On November 1st, 2014, the Rotary Club of Long Grove, Kildare, and Hawthorne Woods celebrated its 20th anniversary. This presentation was made at the banquet. Our name wasn't always this long. We were originally known as the Rotary Club of Long Grove, and it was 20 years ago today that our club was chartered. It was 20 years ago today that a distinguished group of influential people came together. It was 20 years ago today, but not that distinguished group. It was this distinguished group that came together to charter this Rotary Club. So let's take a quiz. What do you remember about 1994? So do you remember O.J. Simpson and the White Bronco? Or that the baseball strike caused the cancellation of the World Series that year? That's when NAFTA went into effect, and 1994 is generally considered the second best movie year of all time. These prizes are certainly very impressive. Things have sure changed since 1994. For one, we dress differently. Heck, 20 years ago, it was expected we'd wear a suit and tie to meetings. Computers and computing are far beyond our wildest imagination. If your kids or grandkids have an Xbox gaming system, the servers at Microsoft, just to support the Xbox, have the same computing power that existed in the entire world in 1994. We're healthier. The age expectancy for men is up 4 years, and it's up 3 years for women. 9/11 changed a lot about our country and about the world, and we're sharing that world with 7 billion people. But the reasons this club was established, the reasons we joined Rotary, and the reasons we're here to celebrate this evening haven't changed. We are here to celebrate 20 years of service, 20 years of philanthropy, 20 years of fellowship and friendship. And we are here to acknowledge 20 years of outstanding support from our spouses, our partners, and our families. With their help, we've accomplished great things. Really, it all starts with philanthropy, because those are the funds that enable us to make a difference. So in our 20 years as a club, we've inducted 96 members. And those club members and other supporters have given $273,000 to the Rotary Foundation. We've had 77 Paul Harris Fellows, 2 members of the Harris Society, 4 benefactors, and for the last 7 years, we've been the top per capita club for donations in District 6440. But that's only part of the picture, because we've raised other funds that have not gone to the Rotary Foundation. In fact, we believe that we've distributed at least $300,000 over those 20 years to causes worldwide. A good bit of that has gone into our community. Our first significant fundraiser back in 1998 delivered $25,000 to the Ela area YMCA to help construct a playground. We've supported food pantries, we've done road adoption, there have been blood drives. Hundreds of underprivileged children have received warm coats for the winter. We sent a team to Washington, Illinois to assist in tornado cleanup, and we've supported the College of Lake County Scholarship Fund. You know, despite that, it's always amazing that we can be so invisible to the community in which we operate. But one place where we have been visible, and by far the most significant community service we've provided, is the Long Grove Heritage Race. We took over sole responsibility for the race in 2002. And through the creation of the Heritage Race model by Dave Grealick, and through the registration product designed and mastered by Aaron Underwood, we've had a tremendously significant impact on our community. Think of the charities that we've enabled to raise money to further their missions. These are charities supporting health, human dignity, charities honoring the memory of a lost loved one. They're charities like Omni Youth Service, Pads Lake County, True North Treks, the Anthony James Breast Memorial Foundation, the Mother's Milk Bank. The Christopher Steele Foundation participated in their 8th consecutive Heritage Race this year. Over our association with this race, these charities and a bunch more have raised close to $1 million to make a difference. We are, and we should be, proud of what we've enabled. That's an awful lot of sausages and pancakes. Community service also extends to our youth. We sponsor Cub Scout Pack 964 at Country Meadows School, and we've supported Eagle Scout and Gold Award projects. We've done environmental, literacy, and holiday activities for the children in our community. We've been actively involved in the Rotary Youth Exchange and in the RILA Leadership Program, and we helped establish the Interact Club at Lake Zurich High School and supported creation of a club at Stevenson. We've worked hard to support the development of young people. Our service hasn't been limited to the U.S. Our second major fundraiser was in support of a charity which provided critical medical care to children all around the world. And soon thereafter, our club led a global grant and raised $40,000 for the Gift from the Heart Foundation. This helped provide much needed medical treatment in Chicago to children from Eastern Europe that were suffering from disease and from the aftermath of Chernobyl. In fact, our member Bill Schwartz was awarded a Rotary Foundation District Service Award for his work on that Polish children's project. You know, we supported international projects on 5 continents, wheelchairs in the Philippines, schools in India, computers in Mexico, water projects in Ecuador, women's projects in Afghanistan. It's a very, very long list. And the 13 shelter boxes that we've bought have been deployed around the world. By far, our most significant international effort has been the Rotary Dental Mission that we co-sponsor with the Rotary Club of Cherry Hill, Colorado. Robert Mintz was a member of that club and helped establish the program. He got us involved when he transferred to our club in 2000. Since then, we've supported 15 missions in 9 countries. And as Robert calculates it, we've served at least 5,000 people, and we've helped deliver $1.5 million in free dental services. We can't talk about international service without mentioning our contributions to Rotary's effort to eradicate polio. We've bowled, we've cooked for each other at fundraising dinners, and as the project started when charter member Bill Ferreira was district governor, his wife Pam conceptualized, planned, produced, and published the District 6440 and the Rotarian World Cookbooks. So far, they've raised approximately $35,000 for that cause. Those contributions have helped support Rotary's 30-year crusade to end polio. In 1988, when this project began, there were 335,000 cases of polio annually in 125 endemic countries. In 2014 year to date, there have been 257 cases, and the 3 endemic countries of Nigeria, Afghanistan, and Pakistan are all that stand between us and eradicating this disease. We are this close. We will finish the job. And while we've done a lot of work over the last 20 years, we've also really enjoyed each other's company and the company of other Rotarians. There have been Christmas parties and Oktoberfest events. There have been cruises and barbecues, and we've spent a lot of time picking up trash along the road. But the friendships that we've created are lasting and significant. And it was our privilege to have one of our own, Bill Ferreira, named as district governor. So it's been a good 20 years. I mean, just look at where we've had an impact. We've supported projects and made significant donations around the world. Our dental mission has touched many, many people in Central and South America. We've hosted youth exchange students from Brazil and Spain, Germany, and the Czech Republic. We sponsored an ambassadorial scholar to New Zealand. We sponsored group study exchange members to a number of countries, and Jim Runfeld led the group study exchange to Sweden. The Dorners went on a Rotary Friendship Exchange to the UK, as did George Welsh and his wife to South Africa. And the shelter boxes that we've provided have been deployed around the world. All of this was done by just 96 people and by their family and friends. All of this impact around the world that we've spoken of. The monies donated to the Rotary Foundation and raised for local and international projects. The $1 million that local charities raised because of our support of the heritage race. The $1.5 million in dental care that have been provided in Latin and South America. What an impact the members of this club have had. And we're just one club, 96 people, 20 years. When you consider that Rotary is 110 years old and that today there are 34,000 clubs and 1.2 million Rotarians, you can see the power of Rotary around the world. And you can see the impact that Rotary has and will continue to have to make this world a better place. Just think, for this club, it all started with a painting. So congratulations to all for our accomplishments of the last 20 years, and let us commit ourselves to continuing to make a difference for the next 20 years and beyond.